No? This
It's
doesn't
fine.
roll as well, though.
No, it doesn't. That's why I don't use them.
Yeah, but it does have a, it's better
Yeah, for
alignment.
you.
It is,
You can get
definitely.
the monitor to eye height.
Yes. It's because you're tall.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I've been getting peanut butter from the top shelf, my whole life.
Okay. So it feels strange to be going home today. I mean, I'm really excited to go home. It's going to be nice to see my family, but this has been a lot of fun.
Well, you had like a front end where you were doing other stuff, right?
I did.
So it's not like you got to spend the whole time away from your family here at the lab.
It's true. See, my question is, when are you coming to San Francisco?
Carlin's already talking about it,
Yay.
so found a triangle one.
I did. I should focus it.
I mean, you can.
If I want.
Only if you really want people to see what you're looking at.
I like the little internal struts.
Yeah. I think they're still costy.
Costy?
Mm-hmm.
Still?
That's a rim of portula right there.
Here.
Yeah. For sure.
So it's got the little mouth.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It looks like it can talk to you. It's probably a rim of portula.
Can say hello.
I mean, it might say hello.
Say, why did you kill me? You ever like nightmares of little Portula speaking to you?
No.
No?
I haven't.
Ah. Nightmare fuel.
Sawyer777 says good morning. And Sarah says good morning. Sarah from upstairs, Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, hi. That's kind of cool. It's a sideways mouth.
Yeah. Most of the mouths are sideways in here. I should have had a bigger breakfast.
Really? What did you have?
A banana.
Not a big breakfast.
Sarah says, hello, did you get donuts? Oh, that's what I should do, is go get us donuts.
Now that you've started streaming.
Well, you can handle this part. I can go get the donuts.
Okay, chat. Don't let me break the SCM 2 days in a row.
You can't burn out the filament at this point. It's going to last at least 10 hours.
At least.
What kind of donut would you eat?
What are my options? I know square is an option.
All of them are square.
So.
There's like just glazed donuts, or donuts with, goo inside, donuts with goo on the outside.
So what's your favorite donut?
Honestly, I like a cake donut.
Do they do square ones?
They do. But I also like bear claws, or like things with cinnamon, I don't really like jelly donuts that much. Mostly because I don't like the fruit stuff that's in them. Like, I really don't like lemon jelly.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the issue isn't so much that I don't like all of the jelly donuts, but if there's jelly donuts, there's a chance one of them's lemon.
They don't tell you what's in them?
Well, you have to look at the, little...
Like when you buy them, they're like, we're just going to sneak a lemon one in on you.
They just go, like, give me an assorted donuts thing. And then people get, like, the whole whatever's there. Or they're just picking and they just, they get some of each, so because they don't know what people want, right? So Sylvia likes anything with sprinkles. So she usually gets something with this, like the pink or the frosting with the sprinkles on it. That's basically what she wants.
Okay.
And So I just like a cake donut, like a blueberry cake donut with a glaze, like a light glaze on it, honey glaze.
What are they like known for any special donuts? Like, is there like a square Indiana style donut?
No.
No?
Just all of the donuts are square.
Okay.
It's just the shape.
It's just the shape.
So,
But I
will
mean, they
tell
don't
you
make
that
a special one or something.
Well, I mean, all of them are special in that they're square.
It's true.
No, they're just regular donuts, but square shape.
Got it.
So, but the glazed donuts do get used by other stores as buns for hamburgers, believe it or not. So we didn't go to Fifi's, which is like a restaurant here in town that sells a donut burger.
Oh, God.
Which is like
Okay.
a glazed donut on the bottom and a glazed donut on the top with a hamburger in between.
Oh, sounds like would be really good to have like a bacon cheese donut burger.
I think it does have cheese and bacon on it. Well, actually, I think in Fifi's everything has bacon on it.
It's like a heart attack burger.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
the diabetic heart attack burger.
Yes, it's diabetes burger.
That's awful. Okay.
We'll come up with a name for it.
Okay.
Donut-diabetes burger. Like that.
Okay. So I like chocolate. Pretty much anything chocolate.
Like chocolate cream? Like custard?
No filling.
No filling.
No filling.
Just chocolate on the top or chocolate in the dough?
Either. Whatever looks
okay.
better.
Okay. Sarah's throwing out options for us.
Ooh.
She says powdered sugar with raspberry filling sounds like what she wants. And she likes the
sounds like a
pumpkin
beignet.
one.
It does.
She likes the pumpkin one, and she says there's also a peanut butter topped one that she likes.
Ooh.
She says the pumpkin one can be pumpkin spice filled or regular cream filled.
Oh, yeah, no. I think I'll skip the filled.
And Sarah says they have donut burgers in Savannah as well.
They probably have some kind of like donut burger type thing in San Francisco. I don't. It's not something I usually seek out, the donuts and beef.
So we had donut burger here, so before coronavirus, I sometimes would have my classes, like this semester I'm teaching a class called Large Lake Systems, and we just read papers. So you can discuss papers anywhere. You don't need to be in a classroom for that. And so I had a particularly fun group of people that were in my lab, and instead of meeting in the classroom, every week somebody would pick someplace different, and we would go there to have our paper discussions. So one week we had a bowling alley, and we went bowling while we were discussing the papers.
Nice.
One time we went to a lot of restaurants, or we would just go to a coffee place, or like the coffee place on here on campus sometimes. So we would just move from place to place, and if we couldn't come up with a place, then we would meet at either the pie company or we would actually go back to the room, right? So like nobody wanted to meet at the room after we started doing it in not the room. It's Hannah Rebecca Music.
Hannah Rebecca Music. Look.
Yeah, we're back to that same
That
spot.
nasty
Is
little.
it the same thing?
Yeah, same thing, but I think it's a different spot.
Oh, okay. Your little cloud of weird little mouth things.
I'm just curious what they are. Oh no, they're charging.
Tractor tires. Oh, those are, they have a name for those. Cruller is what they call it.
Tractor
Or
tire?
cruller. You don't know those?
I'm
It's like the donut with the ridge that swirls.
cool. We used to get donuts my grandmother would bring donuts home on Fridays after she had her hair done at the parlor. And then she would give them to us at home, and we'd save them. And Saturday morning, we'd have donuts and cartoons in my parents' bed, because Saturday was the day we did the laundry, so Mom didn't care.
Oh, all right.
It was like a family thing.
So what I was getting at is one of the times I was a long-winded story, but so one of the times we met at Fifi's oh, you pulled a Mallory.
I did. I was like, what? I don't want to do that yet.
So we met at Fifi's, and nobody wanted to get the donut burger because they were like, "Oh God, what if it's terrible?" And you know, they're college students and their hard earned money. So basically, I just bought one that we cut into pieces so everybody could have some, and then everybody had the regular meal, and we just had like everybody had like a little slice of it. But what we decided was it was just like it tasted like not bad, but it also just tasted like the parts. You know, like there was no synthesis, right?
Oh.
So it didn't seem like a donut burger. It was like you ate a bite of a burger and then stuffed a donut in your mouth at the same time, right? Like that's what it tasted like. It didn't seem like, you know, like there's a synthesis in some things where like it tastes better than the parts or different than the parts. You know, it was just like the components is what it tasted like to me. So it didn't seem like it meshed into something.
Didn't fuse properly.
No, like if you have a burger with like they call them breakfast burgers or whatever, what has like an egg on it, it tastes different than like an egg in a burger, right?
Yes, it does.
So it doesn't seem like you ate a bite of a burger and then stuffed a fried egg in your mouth at the same time or something. It actually has like a synthesis. So this doesn't really have any synthesis. But if you like donuts and you like burgers and you don't mind having them both in your mouth at the same time, I think it's a pretty good option.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just something to try. So
Something to try when I come back.
Hannah wants to know what you're looking at.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I mean, in general, this is from, let's see, SFA 14. So this is a sample from San Francisco Bay that I brought with, and this is an unprocessed slide, so it hasn't been boiled in acid. And there are these crazy little clumps of things, and I am not sure what they are, so I'm taking pictures so I can find out later.
Yeah, Monte Cristo is a good example where like it tastes different than the parts.
A
right?
what?
A sandwich, the Monte Cristo, isn't that a sandwich?
It might be. I don't know it.
I think that's a sandwich.
What's on it?
I have to look it up.
Okay. Oh, it's got lines.
Yeah, it had lines before.
I know, but they're still here.
It's on a Monte Cristo sandwich. It's ham and cheese with a bit of mustard and mayonnaise and then dipped in egg and cooked.
Cheese.
Ham and cheese. It's a kind of ham and cheese sandwich, basically. Battered, deep-fried grilled cheese with ham, powdered sugar on top. Moosey Fate says they think it does synthesize, but it's hard to eat a whole one. Yeah, it does sound like it would be a little bit of a heart attack. So,
It's just a strange clump.
hi Anna, how's Italy? What are you up to?
Wait, weren't they heading out? Where are they heading?
I think that kind of looks like one of those puffed rice balls at Christmas, is what she said.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this your way.
Oh,
and
my
then I'm going to go
goodness.
get us a donut. Just one for you and one for me.
Okay.
Because I can eat like half of a donut and then I'm just like too sweet.
Yeah, they are sweet. They don't have like salty sweet donut.
I don't know if there's like a savory version of a donut there, but I'll check. If they have chocolate with salt, I'll see if I can get you some of that.
Okay.
Seems unlikely though.
Seems unlikely. Ooh, if they have like a jalapeno cheese donut though. Oh, okay.
I'm going to put this over here with you.
All right, mystery clump.
With apologies.
All right.
Let's see. And it says that we are at the forum getting ready, getting a bite to eat.
Ooh.
Joseph says hi.
Hi, Joseph.
Sarah says it's $1.92. She must eat at Square Donuts a lot.
She's got you covered. She's like, I know how much it is. Can I give you some money for it?
No.
Okay.
Moosey Fate says what you want is a bagel.
Or a scone. I know. I like scones. I'm more of a scone person than a donut person. But I'm going to try the donut because it's a square donut.
I'm sure they have scones if you want me to get that.
No. No, because I need the donut experience. It's a...
All right. We'll get it.
Okay.
Hopefully they still have donuts.
You run out of donuts? Okay. All right. All right, what are we looking at? Let's see. I want to find more dinoflagellates. Well, diatoms
Good news,
isn't here
everyone.
because I'm really excited to be finding the dinoflagellates. And actually this, I think we had a picture of this yesterday. This is Parrelia, I believe. Let's get in there. Yeah, it's got that kind of Colosseum look. Ooh, I follow. All right. I was a donut person, but changed your diet, and they really aren't as desirable anymore. Yeah, it happens. I still get excited for them, but just doesn't do it. Yeah. Like the nostalgia for when like the crazy, horrible, sweet stuff actually tasted really good. That's I don't eat that much sweet anymore. Let's see. There. That's Parrelia. That's a stack of diatoms. Here's the lid. The lid. It's the one of the valves over here. So this is one that I find when it's alive. I'm always like, And sometimes, that interesting little ridge. Sometimes they're easy to tell apart from their diatom brethren. Sometimes not so much. Let's see. Hey, VP Lexington, welcome in. All right, when my parents would bring home 24 variety packs on a Sunday for the family, so much fun decision making. Yeah, it was definitely a kid thing. All right, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm looking for dinoflagellates. Looking for dinoflagellates. So we found, I don't know, Mama Bonbon's not here. We found Protoparadinium, which is the pants up, pants down diatom, which was really fun because I hadn't seen that on a scanning electron microscope. Now I'm just hoping to find dinoflagellates. It's really bad. I'm like, they're here. They're here, and I can track them down, and I can kind of watch chat. As long as I don't click the wrong button, I'm okay. Now, what are you? If I can focus you, I might be able to tell. Nope, it's a clump of dirt. We've got some dirt. All right, Moosey Fate. When my parents, oh yeah, I read that. I'm good. Ah, feel like caught up to chat. It's kind of crazy. It's actually going to be really a little bittersweet going home. I'm excited to be home and see my family, but at the same time, this has just been so spectacular. It's neat. I haven't seen like any of Indiana other than driving to and from where I've been sleeping, so like, well, there's other things out there. This is just, you know, I make clumps of dirt look good. Aw, thank you. Not as good as Dr. Stone, but hey, I'm working on it. I've only had, you know, a few hours. Let's see. To practice my SEM skills. There's so much to see and so little time to see it, and time flies. It goes ridiculously fast here. All right, where am I? I'm gonna go to rotation, and I'm gonna go to 0, and this is gonna spin. Ugh, damn, it always scares me. Okay, here we go. Now north is up, and I can go up and down the slide. What is this one? And there were some really neat things on stub number 6 I want to check out. Let's see what's on number 6. It's a little tiny diatom. Hannah and Rebecca music. Cool that you got to go out there and hang out. I know it is. It really is. You're lurking and eating? That sounds lovely. All right. Moving on up the stub. have to ask my marine world friends. Those might be... oh, look. Did I get a picture of this already? I feel like... let's see. See if it has its fin intact. So this is Oxyphysis. Right next to Ceratium. Or tree post now. So it's a dinoflagellate. Question is, let's get really close. We're going to get really, really close. I think those are trichocyspores. I've been tired at night when I get back, and I haven't, wrong button. Let's see. I haven't been able to look up things in my books. So, when I get home, I get to... helps if I've got my glasses on. That's a nice dinoflagellate. It's an elegant dinoflagellate. Dino cluster? I know it is, isn't it? You better not be driving. Yeah. Now that I've been here, I'm gonna come back. Well, next time I'm in Michigan, I can just swing by. All right. I'm gonna rotate. Rotate. Wrong way. Okay. Rotate. So we'll go back to 0. You're wore me out collecting cores. Yeah. Collecting cores was fun. It was so short. I gotta stay longer next time. Okay. Let's see. What about -5? Which way does it go? Okay. Then I'll go looking for Diatoms when Diatoms gets back. This is just cool. All right. Doubtful. What? You think? Do you think with this strong of a lens I can finally see? Oh. Oh. Too much. Here. Somebody wants a timeout. All right. Back to the middle. More middle than that. Zoom in a little. I'm just talking myself through it. I'm gonna find one of these with the, well, I guess maybe not. You have a little, like, fin or flange. Okay. So, 7, 7, and auto brightness. Here it goes. And I'll have something to drink. Auto brightness is going. There it goes. It finished. So now I can take a picture. Here we go. The picture will appear. You like how it's pointing at the end? Yeah, it is nice. All right. So, I don't know where your mod tools are. Different mouse. Nah. All right, today's gonna be rainy. Really? Rainy where? Hopefully not rainy where I'm flying. I got stuck on the tarmac. We were on the plane in Chicago, and they couldn't load fuel on because of a thunderstorm that was rolling through. And so it would roll in, there'd be thunder and lightning. We're sitting on the plane, and then it would pass, right? That cell would pass, and then they'd say, "All right, we're go," and they'd start bringing the people with the fuel truck over to load fuel on the plane, and then they'd be like, "Nope, it's canceled again," and then another cell would come through, and we were sitting there waiting for it. Eventually they got us off the ground, but it did take, there were three tries, and there were people on the plane complaining that it was taking so long. I'm like, really? You want to be on a plane while they're loading fuel into it during an electrical storm? I don't think so. I know I wouldn't. So I really appreciated their extra bit of care. Oh, you're in Oklahoma, VP Lexington. Nice. So I don't think I'm flying over Oklahoma. I think I'm flying, because I go to Detroit and then San Francisco. Aww. All right, while this finishes. All right. I like this. I like this so much. Look at the little dimple pattern. I mean, it's almost like it's scales. It's not, but it's almost like scales. And these here, that might be part of the fin. It's just not there. Their flagella comes out over here somewhere. I think it's oxyphysis. It's not dinophysis, that's for sure. All right. So, SF. There we go. Typing and talking at the same time. All right, speed. Let's go faster. Let's scan around and see what we can see. And let's zoom out. Because there's another piece of dinoflagellate right there. They never make it until this time. And now they're like everywhere. All right, so that's the edge of the stub there. We're gonna go this way. And there was a neat diatom too, that cruciform one. Gonna have to see what we can see. So there's all kinds of things here. So this is still from San Francisco Bay. So this is Ditilum, and this is its little, actually this is kind of cool. It's similarly shaped diatom. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Sometimes there's an artifact from the SEM as it scans down the screen, and it's harder to, like, I think I see something, but it's actually just how they're, because I'm zooming in or zooming out, and it distorts it in a different way. So let's see. These are the ones that have the triangle shape. Actually, I kind of like that one on the side like that. Let's go zoom in. We're zooming in. How close can we go? Really, 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 really close. Let's see if I could actually focus it when it's close though, huh? Because that would be a good idea. See? You can go closer. Helps if I focus, huh? Good here. And go, let's see, really close. And this is where the girdle bands meet up, I think. Let's see, or is that the valve face? It's kind of cool. Look at how this pattern repeats here, and then here. Isn't that cool? All right, how close? So close. Really, 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 really close. I like that edge. All right, except I do probably want maybe this way. Yeah. All right, beam intensity 7, speed 7, auto brightness, I just love the way it undulates. So when you see it in a light microscope, I keep looking over there to talk because that's where Chat is. Chat's to the side, it's to the right of me. Microscope to the left of me, Chat to the right. It's kind of fun. So close. Not that close. I mean, we're close, but... All right. Let's see. Here. And I'm going to take a picture and not just watch it draw on the screen because it's beautiful, but it's nice to have to keep for later. I can have a sip. Whoop! Sorry. That's okay. They only had chocolate and rectangles? Okay, hold on. You have to get your gaming before the storm gets here. Oh, yes, because power outages and things. Torsions do look really cool, though. All right, chocolate and rectangles. Chocolate and rectangles sounds good. I like rectangles. I mean, it's square donuts. A rectangle's just like a relaxed square, right? It's going to be one of those eating streams where I like sit at the back and let Dr. Stone run the microscope. Let Dr. Stone. No, he'll run the microscope and I'll sit and eat quietly to the side. I don't do the whole chewing on screen. Seems strange. I like this. I'm enjoying it. All right. Well, I'm glad you didn't get run over, because if you got run over, then it would really change the whole like plan of the day, right? If you got run over, there would be hospital visits, and I can shut down the SEM. I know how to turn it off. Let you? Let you what? My cheeks hurt. I've been smiling too much. It's just been such a great time. Gonna have to take a picture zoomed out too. Isn't that beautiful? Can you guys see my mouse? I think you can. Not on the... Oh yeah, you can. There we go. Just really love the contours here. And look at that. All right. I think. All right. So speed up. Beam intensity up. Zoom out. So you can see the whole diatom. So there's this tiny little tube right there. Let's see. It's kind of nice too, because you can see how it kind of ripples all the way back. I wonder what the girdle bands look like. So this must be the mantle, and this must be the girdle band. Because here you can see where that joins come apart. This sticks up, I think, off of the valve face. All right. Zoom in. All right. Let me use the SEM. Well, no, I know. That's not, I didn't mean that, obviously. The shape of the donut would change. How do you like to spend long plane rides? Book, nap? It depends on what I'm doing when I'm landing and how exhausted I am. If I have to drive somewhere, usually I'll try and sleep. And favorite is books. By far, books. Still, Diatoms attack. I hope you're not driving, because you're texting. It's like a little edge of lace on the end. All right. Isn't that nice? All right. And I want to rotate it this way. Let's try to go back to 0. I'm in rotation. 0. And see what happens. And that moves, but not that much. Huh. Not 0. So let's try, in the rotation, we'll try 15. Yeah, that's better. There we go. All right, beam intensity, 7. Speed, 7. Auto brightness. Driving your feet. Oh, you walked. Got it. Took me a while. Driving your feet. Auto brightness and contrast is currently running, so we're waiting. There we go. Now we're going to take a picture. All right. Longboard. Sounds like a hip way to get donuts. That would be a hip way to go get donuts. I like it. It's coming out nice. It does look like a frilly lacy collar. It's just, I don't know. So much to do, so much to see, so little time. I hear donuts arriving.
I just stopped for a second. There was a tiny little warbler that was stunned.
Oh no.
And it was sitting at the front door area, right here. It was like where people were walking, so I had to kind of like
Aww.
shoo it over. So
Bird rescue, midstream.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if I didn't really rescue it because I didn't want to pick it up, but I kind of just shooed it over to the window where I figured it would get less noticed by people if it was just sitting right out in the middle of the sidewalk. So
Yeah.
it was like, seemed like it was going to be problematic.
Yeah, I almost stepped on a hummingbird once.
Yeah, Laura and her boyfriend Marco, when he was here, said they ran into a hummingbird that was just sitting on the sidewalk. It must have hit a tree or something and just had been stunned.
Yeah, it was downtown San Francisco. There was actually a window that was really reflective, and it had hit the window, and I was like, what is that? Because I almost kicked it, and I picked it up, and it was a hummingbird. I thought it killed it.
It's super fresh, so they were like, have to put it in a separate bag because the frosting isn't even dry yet.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know if you want to go ahead and eat that while I sit over here in front of the screen, or how hungry you are, if you want to wait.
Wait for the frosting to dry?
Well, they didn't get me napkins, unfortunately. I don't think they did.
Just make a chocolatey mess?
Well, I can go get some napkins.
It looks good.
I got maple.
Yeah?
Kim wipes his napkins.
I think it sounds like a plan. Just gonna try not to get too chocolatey because I gotta get on a plane. Oh, here we go. Picture's done.
Maybe Sarah can come down and rescue the bird.
Aw.
Send somebody from Bio down.
Yeah. Okay. Kim waits.
You're gonna eat over here.
I am. I'm not gonna like do the whole.
You don't want a donut mukbang or whatever.
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Good plan.
I mean, somebody else might, but
I'll eat mine over here. Slightly off.
yeah, I can still see you. Oh,
You
nope.
see my legs? You can see,
Nope, you're gone.
see the donut?
Nope. Maybe just like part of your leg. Looks like a safe place. Is it good? All right.
I think mine's like yours. It doesn't have anything in it.
Nice.
I think my preference if I'm going to have something and it is custard.
Mm-hmm. So your filling of choice is custard or did you say raspberry?
Custard.
Custard.
They actually have a bunch of different types of filling over there, like chocolate filling and whatever else, but...
I can
I said-
smell the maple.
They said, what kind of donut are you looking for? And I said, something chocolate that doesn't have any filling. And she goes, I can get you one of those, but it's not out.
Oh.
So she had to go to the back to get your donut.
I got one from the back. Nice.
Then she's like, I can't put it in the same bag with this one.
I just had a problematic donut choice, apparently.
I don't think so.
No?
It worked out great.
Needed a separate
Except for
bag.
Mallory honking at me and me almost getting run over.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get run over.
I'm telling you, when I see a red light, I'm just like, I'm going to just wait a few seconds because it's Indiana.
Because it's Indiana. I think people run lights pretty much everywhere.
Mm-mm.
I don't think it's a...
It was red, like all
Full
the way
red.
into the intersection, and they just drove right through it.
Looks like glasses.
Like I could have started across the crosswalk because the sign had said go ahead and start walking. It wasn't like orange or pink or whatever people call it when it's like in between. It was like all the way red. It had been red for at least like a second or two. And I was like, this dude's just gonna drive right through here.
It looks like glasses, like the googly eyes for the mustache.
A monocle.
Well, they're the, you know, the bridge of the nose glasses that don't go...
Pince-nez.
There we go. Pince-nez.
That's good.
See?
Now you can just work through lunch. Eat a donut.
Like, I was going to take a break for lunch anyway, really?
That's what I'm saying. I knew
Just
this.
gonna
and I was
eat at
like,
the airport."
We should probably get a donut.
Just going to eat at the airport.
It's gonna be like, I'll eat at dinner. I don't care.
I don't care.
Not taking a break from the SEM today.
I've had dinner every night. It's been lovely. Oh. All right. What else is there? You inhaled that donut.
On the way, what?
You inhaled that donut.
Good.
You were hungry.
Once I got started, I figured I better just eat it.
None of this saving half for later thing.
No, I can't do that. I feel like after I've eaten it, it's like when something goes into your mouth and then you take it out of your mouth. You know what I mean? You don't want to put it back in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if it was even like, it's in your mouth. It's just going back in your mouth. You don't want to do it. I feel like once I start eating it, I just have to eat it. So.
Good to know.
Where'd you go? I went to the donut shop.
You did?
Sarah says she wishes maple bars were filled with bacon.
Oh, yeah. Poor pigs.
Somebody had to walk to the donut shop. I see when I left, there was a person who was like, oh boy, a woman by herself on a microscope. Let me make a lewd comment.
Yep. That's the difference between men and women streaming on Twitch.
It happens every time I leave a woman on the SEM. Every time.
Right. I just don't want to stop.
Well, you don't have to.
I know, but I want to eat my donut too. It does smell good.
Oh, I see. Well, what you should do is get a picture started.
And then go eat the donut.
Then,
no, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to stub 6 and I'm going to go eat. Well, you get to...
You want me to look around on there?
Yeah. Well, there's going to be the testate amoeba and stuff.
Yeah.
So
they're all over the place.
look at that. Take my drink and scoot. It doesn't scoot as nicely as the other chairs.
We can trade places.
So
you can go to the donut eating station.
Here's the safe zone.
Donut safety zone?
The donut safety zone. I don't want any trouble.
Oh. Did you get any pictures of those Caratella? The little rotifer?
No, I did not.
Because those were here in this plankton stuff.
They were. They are.
There's one right there. There's two of them. There's one there. And there's one over here. It's like all the little Dinobrian, which are here in the background. And then they've got a mothership. There's actually there's where that ostracot is as well. Well.
It's good.
It was worth me walking all the way to the donut store.
To save me from stopping for lunch, of course. Spectacular. No, it's really good. It's like tender and soft.
Well, it's fresh.
And moist.
It's a fresh donut. Actually, the donut shop here is only open until they sell all the donuts. Like, they make a bunch of donuts every day, and then, like, if you go there, the hours are, like, I don't know, it says it's open till 2, but they usually sell out of everything by noon, and then they just, like, close and go home. So they don't try to, like...
They've probably been baking since 3.
Right, yeah.
So...
It does look very alien. So this is actually a rotifer, and it swims with this part forward, which is basically its mouth, and it hunts down other things and eats them by swimming into them. And these little things in the background that are kind of a similar shape, like little flowers or vases, trumpet flowers or vases or something, are chrysophyte, or golden algae, golden brown algae, something like that, called Dinobrian. And I think this is the rotifer genus Caratella, Keratella.
I look like you're looking at me when you're spelling something.
I'm just spelling it.
I know.
I'm thinking. It's think spelling. Brendan says, yeah, it looks like a pod from the movie Alien that shoots out the face of the face hugger. Yeah, shoots out of the face huggers. It definitely looks very creepy. And would it surprise you to know this is from the sample that's filled with demon blood when we collected the sediment record?
This is the upper layer.
That's floating around in the surface of the demon blood lake. I mean, actually, it's a very nice little lake. And this is a pretty healthy assemblage of things. It's just the bottom smells like sulfur. And the mud is black. Like...
I had to shower to get all the smell
darkest night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't drink the water. Well, I wouldn't drink the water anyway. You didn't mishear it. The samples were black. Like, not brownish, muddy colored. Not like dark brown, like a chocolate. Black. Like somebody took a bunch of coal and shaved it into a bag and added water, basically. And it smelled like brimstone. Like, literally brimstone. And if you got a little bit on you, then you smelled like sulfur for the rest of the day. So...
It was in my clothes. It was everywhere. It just smelled. It's like the bog of eternal stench.
It's not eternal because...
No.
It's gone today.
Yes. No, I
a shower basically will get rid of it if you get it from under your fingernails.
it was
but
light. I didn't say it was.
Yeah. It smells bad. But just sulfury. Like that goo from Prometheus, a little bit. Or like, I mean, it's just like, it looks like oil. Or, you know, like in the bag, it looked very dark. So, who has time for a shower? I know, exactly.
I have time for a shower. I can make time for that, especially when I smell like sulfur. Because I don't want to be offensive when I come into the lab.
Or on the airplane.
Well, I don't really care about the airplane. They'll stay
Gonna
away
be
from
like,
me. It's better if they stay away from me.
They should have their mask on.
Exactly.
That'll teach them.
There you go. And they can smell it. They're not wearing a good enough mask.
That's right.
It's not my fault.
You should have a shirt that says this. If you can smell me, you're not wearing a good enough mask.
Upgrade your filters now. I try and not be stinky in general.
Kaylathon says maybe it tastes like chocolate, though. You never know.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we could invite you to give it a lick.
I wouldn't.
I don't recommend it. But
right.
We can send you a little sample if you'd like, Kaylathon. This is Tanglewood.
I have been donutted. That was good.
See, you just inhaled yours too.
I did.
Now you know what it's like. Tanglewood, Kiritella.
So much of this has been learning about what it's like.
Yeah. First time she came in the lab and I turned on the SEM, she goes, "It's not nearly this loud when it's coming through the stream."
Huh.
You don't remember saying that?
No, I do, because I remember. When you listen, you've got a little bit of a filter.
No, it's just that the microphone is here and the pump's down there.
Way.
Yeah, it's like it's got the table between it, so the desk surface is in the way. Well, you look anxious to get back on the SEM over there.
No. I want to watch
your legs
a little
are
too.
bouncing.
I've just been bouncing the whole time I've been here, smiling and happy. Those are 3 dinoflagellates down there.
Where?
It was just down on the side. It's like dinoflagellates everywhere.
I thought maybe this was an ostracod, but I'm not sure what it is now. Doesn't seem like an ostracod.
It's an alien pod.
It looks like a brain, or... Oh, that does look like a dino.
That's a dino. But I thought there was like a little clump of 3.
Oh, that's a dino, all right.
Look at that. I'm gonna find one with the sulcus showing.
This group?
Oh no, those are the.
That's the
those are those.
testate amoeba that you saw yesterday.
Took a picture of that.
We've been
It's all
there.
coming back to me.
It's just like when you're looking at stuff on a light microscope slide, and then you're like, I've been to this spot before.
Yes, there's a slide geography.
Yeah.
If you look at it long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's a shot where we're looking right into the mouth of
But
the
it's got something over
junk on it.
I know.
Who made this stub?
Probably me. No, you? Can't remember.
Mallory, Jesus. Why'd you make this stub so bad? It's got junk on it. sure what this stuff is.
Well, you can zoom in.
Pollen? Maybe?
I don't know. Can you focus it?
Mm-mm.
No, it's too small.
There's a lot of it. It's got junk on it. I think it's pollen.
Huh, it is.
That's why it's on the outside edge, because pollen floats. And it's over here. It floated over to the edge of the meniscus that we put on.
Especially since it was unprocessed.
Correct. And there's a inside view of one of those Caratella.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen inside one.
It doesn't look that exciting.
No, but it's what? Are those pores on the back? Or
This thing?
Are they just nubbins?
These
Good
things?
news,
Yeah.
everyone!
Like little muscle attachments, or it's kind of cool.
You're asking me to focus it. That's what you're saying. You're like, stop screwing around and focus it.
Oh, we gotta follow.
Hey.
Juana, 89. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Those are weird.
Aren't they neat though?
Well, pull up a chair.
Any more of those testate amoeba?
They're all over the place.
No, I know, but pointing in good directions.
Well, like these ones are in a good direction. It's just a sideways direction.
All directions are good directions.
I mean, to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on what's over there. Another follow.
Another one.
Reichplatz. We're hitting the European
Time zone.
time zone's pretty hard today. Yeah. Well,
Look at that tail.
copepod tail.
Mm-hmm.
The upper part of the copepod is turned into a trash bag. Oh,
Yeah.
is that the eye? No,
No, I think it's just flattened.
it's a depression.
I mean, the eye may have been in there somewhere.
It's on the wrong side. I think this is the leg side, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
This little cluster of things,
it might be eggs.
they look like eggs. You murdered them.
Yes,
Look at
we
this. We did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't collect this sample. Look at this. This was
You
the
didn't
mom.
collect this
it was
sample?
towing this behind it, maybe, in a little container. You collected this sample.
With the net.
Yeah, it was my
Yes.
net.
Yes, it was.
I'll grant you that. Did you take a picture of this one?
I don't think I got a picture of that particular one, no.
But it was the species.
I think so.
Hello, fellow Euros. Yeah. Welcome, Euros and non-Euros alike. We're looking at stuff on the scanning electron microscope.
Oh, yes.
Well, I feel like I'm done. You can have it back.
You feel like you're done, really?
Yeah. I can do this anytime I want.
I know.
I feel like, you know, this is your time to, like, hang out on the SCM and look at your things, see something cool. Right? Which
It's
number?
all cool. Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
I feel like it's either going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4.
It is. I think it's going to be 4.
Okay.
So what time are we streaming to today? I just want to, like, since
Noonish.
Okay. All right.
And then we will jettison the followers and watchers.
Take them to another channel for fun.
Yeah. And then you can continue looking at your things for a while.
Oh, Isnia. Hello.
Time to zoom in.
Mm-hmm. Look at that great big diatom. It's got everything stuck to it. It's like a little hubcap down here. Oh, and the little tiny cockney stuck on it.
That's that one's probably permanently stuck on it.
Yeah.
Meant to be there. Life position.
Yeah. It was holding on so tight it didn't let go.
Look at this.
Aww. Look at that.
It was just sitting out there on the ground. I was like, ooh, too bad I don't have my other camera. It was sitting there like, don't touch me, don't look at me, don't touch me, don't look at me. And I was like, come on.
Yeah.
You need to move, bro.
It's hard when they're little. And they're stunned. So what are you going to do tomorrow without me tagging along everywhere? I mean, you're going
Well,
to have all this free time.
People have already started locking up my time for tomorrow.
Aw.
I have class in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Alakasira?
I know, I'm getting there.
Oh, no. Is it?
I don't think so.
Paralia?
Yeah, probably. It's just strange.
I don't know.
Because usually
it's
the
that one
pearl has the...
that, I don't think it's Paralia.
No, 'cause it doesn't have the whole, like, archy Colosseum look. I know
Yeah.
it still has these bands on it.
Those are just the girdle bands.
Yeah, but they're, like, over the top of the structure that, yeah.
The part where it would be helpful to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the afternoon, I have a meeting with the student about their schedule for the spring. They need my advice. And then Laura and I are going to explore some planethidium that she has that we don't know where it belongs or what it's doing. It's one of those things where I found it and never seen anything like it, and she showed it to me and I was like, yeah, I don't know what that is. She said she looked through every book I have. So that's a good start. If it's not in any of the books I have and I haven't seen it, those things are probably related, but it's probably something new and interesting.
That's kind of cool. Sounds like a good thing to be doing.
Yeah. And then I've got to read through Hung's dissertation and finish that. I told him I would get it done, try to get it done on Friday, and it didn't happen. And then I've been busy since Friday doing something.
I don't know. I don't know what's been keeping you busy. Can't even imagine what you could be doing with all that time. Just so much free time.
And then I also have some editor responsibilities that are flagging behind for Diatom research. So I have to, that is Ditilum.
Or...
No or, that's what that is.
No?
Positive. Look at the bottom. It's got the little eyelashes fringing.
Oh, it does. Yeah. There they are.
Also, I have a picture of one of those on the inside, and it looks just like that.
And the hole doesn't go all the way through, or does it?
No, that's the rim of Portula that is tied to the pole on the outside. Right there. That's the rim of Portula. I have a picture that looks almost identical to this. It's like purple and green. Shows up underneath us sometimes.
It's really cool.
Yeah, they have really neat coverings over the pores.
These here.
They're like a plate of silica, and then it has little like dashed lines or whatever for spaces around it.
Okay. Zooming out. So many choices. Okay.
It's Dougie Dude.
Dougie Dude.
Hey, Dougie Dude. They say, good to see you two together.
It's fun to be here.
Yeah.
It's really
It's nice.
fun.
It's been an adventure.
Yes. It's been a real adventure. In many ways.
I was hoping you would find some Basilaria while you were looking through these.
Okay.
I haven't seen any yet, though.
Mm-mm. Have not seen any.
There's a very round diatom up there. I think it's another one just kind of on its side, though.
Up here?
A very bright round one. Yeah.
Where?
I think it's also just kind of like tilted up.
Let's see.
Makes them look bright.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
It's the one with the little spatula-like
Mm-hmm.
spines.
It is.
Looks like it wants to be holding on to something.
Probably does. That's a cool diatom. It's got a bunch of little tiny like bumps on the face that look like spines. Look at those driving skills that you've acquired since you got here. You don't even think about it anymore. Just double click, zoom, double click.
So cool. It's really cool.
Told you it would just become second nature after a while. You don't think about it.
And then I'll go home.
Well, then you can relearn it again the next time you use an SEM. But now you understand the
I understand.
selection choices and why. So there's that.
Starting to.
Yeah.
Um,
Hi, Sam. How you doing?
hey, Sam.
We picked up where we left off yesterday. Back looking at San Francisco plankton.
It's a place to be. In Indiana, checking out San Francisco plankton.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Take a picture. 11:15.
It's closing in.
It is.
The end is nigh.
No.
Sam asks how you're doing.
I'm doing all right. A little melancholy about leaving because it's been so much fun. Excited to get home and see my family though too. So that's really nice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. My daughter's disappointed you're leaving. And I think Carlin said she was going to try to come in and say goodbye.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she said, oh, I've got some stuff to do, but I'll try to make it in. So And then she's going to do some lab work, so.
Well, it's been wonderful.
Yeah. Well, for Sylvia, she only gets to see that little window, like, you know, when we eat dinner or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
not get to spend a lot of time
Not
with
the
you.
the full time.
Yeah. Evo Lazi, hello.
Hey. How you doing, Evo Lazi?
This is what you need now. You need a diatom, or you need the stream, or you need an SEM.
How about all three? You know?
Or just a little, like,
Just
combination with
Oh.
Pacific and I on the microphone.
It's fun. It's been a lot of fun. It's so much nicer streaming with someone, I have to say. I really enjoy it.
Not having to read chat, just having them read it at you.
It's not just having someone read chat, it's having someone to interact with.
Yeah. It's easier to tell jokes when you're just, you know, with somebody else than if you're stuck by yourself. They don't land as quite as well.
Well, they might land fine. It's just...
You can't tell. Samsung says it's been fantastic seeing two of you sharing your passion with us simultaneously. And Sarah agrees, joke timing is better in person.
Yeah, it is.
Evo says that he's working on his paper and he needed some diatoms attack and Pacific plankton stream.
Glad we could help out.
Yeah, we're on early.
We are. Really early.
I would
For
say
me.
that
This is the earliest I've ever streamed, I think.
it's the definitely the earliest you've ever streamed.
It is.
Because
It's not Tanglewood Lake. It's been there the whole time.
no, I changed that when I was doing mine.
Oh, got it. I was like, wait.
It's just a note though. It doesn't
I know
matter.
it doesn't matter. Because there's a whole bunch of them that are wrong because I forgot to change them.
Well, it can't be a whole bunch. How many have you taken pictures of?
Oh, I don't mean a whole bunch, but I mean
Some.
they're all scattered within, slightly off.
I stream early sometimes in the sense that I get up and then point my camera at birds and I stream. I've been on at 9 a.m. Not like that before. And I think this is the earliest that we've ever streamed from the SEM.
Really?
Yeah. I think we started at like 10, right around 10. And I think that's the earliest I've ever streamed from the SEM. Because, I mean, I've streamed into Zoom and stuff this early, but like
Yeah.
onto Twitch, not usually. So.
Yeah, I've been on Zoom early. That's not really streaming, is it? On Zoom?
No.
Not really. What to see, what to see.
But I figured we had to get a stream in today so people could see, you know, your last day on the SEM.
More stuff.
And whatever else we can find before you leave. So that'll be good. It's still breakfast time, Sarah says.
Yeah.
It's early on the East Coast.
I know, I had a donut.
Yeah. Good thing we got to that early, too.
Yes. Wouldn't have been the same later.
Sam wants to know if this can become a yearly pilgrimage.
Oh. I don't know. I'd have to be invited because, you know, it's a lot of, I feel like it's a huge imposition.
Oh, no.
Well, it's like, let me come and invade your space and take up all your time.
Well, you let me use the SEM a little, so...
I'll let you use it anytime you want. Seeing as how it's yours. Oh, it's got lines.
Yeah, you got lines.
I got lines, but I'm just going to go in and see what
You zoom in far enough, the lines go away.
lines go away. Okay, well, maybe I'm not.
There's no lines anymore.
There's no lines. All right.
Lucy Faith said, here's the secret. People like good people. Oh, you know, I don't have any problem with you coming on a yearly pilgrimage. What? Oh, that's just a girdle band. Okay.
Here. Come for the fall.
Probably there's timing that's better,
There's timing that can be better.
you know. But if you're coming to, you know,
Already do stuff on
do
the
stuff in Michigan and
yeah.
and then you're just gonna like swing down, you know, whatever works.
Well, if I'm on this side of the country, it's kind of
Yeah. It's those guys.
it's these guys. They're pretty. We have pictures of this.
September SEM stream. Sam is very invested in you being here, I guess.
Aww. It's just so much fun.
It is.
But here's the thing, is it fun because it doesn't happen as often? I mean, there is that part of it, right? That's exciting because it's different. I mean, would we start boring people if we were always streaming together?
People on Twitch might get bored. I don't think you'll get bored.
I would not get bored. I don't think I could get bored of this.
They might have their fill of it. But then you could stream into your own channel. You know, you could do that.
Look what I found.
What is it?
Pseudonitsia.
Yeah, I think so.
It's got tiny little striae.
Moosey Faith says, in the name of science, you'll have to always stream together so we can find out if we get bored.
But what's the control? Right?
Well, I guess we keep going until they get bored.
Yeah, but wouldn't you have to have like the always streaming and then the never streaming to be able to like compare the responses from the two categories? No?
Not to tell if they got bored, I don't think we would.
But what if they get bored at the same time as when we're streaming separately, as they get bored of us streaming together, and it's just a certain amount of time that they take to get bored of streamers?
Moosey Faith says how it was before they could use that.
How it was before?
Yeah, where you were in the San Francisco and I was here. So they've got evidence.
They have evidence. Okay. So that means you got bored of me streaming on my own? Oh, man.
They said, let's start with the always streaming. And then we can do the other part as a control afterward.
So if people report that they're bored, so it's self-reporting. They have
I guess.
They have to self-report whether they're bored or not just stop watching.
Yeah.
Does lurking count? I kind of like
I
this
don't know.
end.
Sam says that they're not bored. Poll feature. Oh, that's a good idea. We could make a poll. Number of bored viewers. Vote yes if you're bored and no if you're not. And then, you know, we could actually do some metrics on it. It's a good idea. 5K channel points, you get to vote bored or not. Oh, you put a threshold on it, and then you have to have been in the channel for at least so long to get that many points so that you could say you were bored or not bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like taking a poll as to whether or not people are bored or not.
What if they're too bored to take the poll?
Well, that was one of their suggestions, but I think, you know, that's a very negative way of looking at it. It should be, are you excited or not?
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's...
Because then people would be like, now I'm excited. Not just not bored, but they have a positive response, not just like, you know,
Yeah.
a negative response. We got to repackage this thing.
Mm-hmm. It's all in how you ask the question. 'Cause So if you don't ask the question right, then you're not going to get the answer you want.
Lucy Faith says we can do more than one poll.
Well, people will get bored with the polls, and then we'll have poll burnout, and
Oh,
then
boy.
that won't accurately represent the engagement of the audience.
There's so much wrangling to try to get the right sort of approach. I feel like maybe we should just hire somebody.
With all that Twitch money that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can use that to hire a marketing firm. I don't know.
Well, if we could just gauge it by how many followers we picked up.
Yeah, but you always have more followers than me, and if I stream with you on your channel, then...
Well, we could make a joint channel
Ooh.
where we could both stream.
Wow.
See? That's like the Cosmo Quest X people. There's like 2 people that are like in the podcast, and then they have a third person who's like in charge of the channel.
Okay. That could work.
3-headed beast.
Who would be the third head?
A poll for the polls. Slowly devolved into capitalism. A poll to see if people are tired of polls.
Or we could just do what we like and have fun and hope people enjoy it too. And if nobody watches, then it's their loss because I'm still having fun.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Do what I want, and then if people want to watch it, that's cool.
It's the Rafi end.
Yeah. I agree. Joint channel is good for your elbows.
Elbows, knees, hips.
We could make a whole channel that's like, I'm doing work, and then you're running the SEM, and I'll be in the background just kibitzing, you know?
Yeah,
It would work.
that would work.
Yeah. I thought we had to sell this to you as scientific to get you to do this collaboration again. Oh, I see.
For science.
Yeah, it's for science.
It's for science.
Well, probably what you'll need to do is the Kickstarter that you were going to use to buy Pacific and SEM, you'll have to start by kickstarting to fly her here, because it's expensive, and then put her up while she's here, right, so that you don't have any costs. And then potentially put up her family while she's here as well.
If my family comes.
Keep them loaded up with Hot Pockets and salad until she can make them dinner again.
So I think that's one thing I'm going to enjoy when I get home. I haven't been cooking while I've been gone. All right.
Haven't been getting enough of your mom activities in?
No, and it doesn't work to mother you. It doesn't work.
No.
Mm-mm.
Too close in age.
Yeah,
I don't get mothered well either.
I can't imagine. Of course, when I'm not here, I always want to make sure you eat.
Yeah.
Food's important. All right. What's next? Half an hour. You know, it's like one of those, the clock is ticking and time's running out. It's a race against the clock.
Yeah.
Oops, the edge of the stove. What's along the edge?
Moosey Fate said Hot Pockets and salad and made a heart.
Aw. Do you like that too, Moosey Fate?
They said they're happy for any age to have people feed them. But then a friend's kid makes me an English muffin with a raspberry on top. They eat the raspberry and they are shocked. And they said nobody eats the raspberry. It had mold on it. Oh no.
What a nice kid.
Is it the same raspberry? They just move it from
One.
one English muffin to the next.
It's so well traveled.
They're like, oh, nobody eats that.
Nobody eats that. We'll just keep moving it around. It's the decoration. So I
guess it could have been shellacked or something. That would have been worse.
Could make the raspberry out of marzipan.
They said it wasn't that bad. I mean, if you're going to eat something moldy, I feel like a raspberry is probably an okay.
I feel like probably a certain percentage of raspberries I've eaten just have been because it's they go moldy quickly, and then they have that that little pocket. So
they're also kind of fuzzy naturally, so it's hard to tell whether you got like mold.
Are those
or
hyphy or is that just raspberry fuzz?
Exactly. Well, I talked to somebody about. No. I listened to a podcast where they're talking about like mold and whether or not you should throw food out or just like eat around the mold.
Just scrape the mold off, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know about mold and
hyphae,
right? Yeah.
The part that's flowering, just because it's flowering doesn't mean that there's no mold there, right? Or not flowering doesn't mean there's no mold there. So if you're seeing it, they're like, oh, if you see it on there, you should be throwing it away because the moldy bit isn't the, there's mold there, whether it's the moldy bit that you can see or not. So it just isn't flowering.
You asked Carlin that one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was listening to the podcast about it, and then we chit-chatted about it.
She's very good advice.
Yeah. Oh, he says it wasn't as bad as a community passed around raspberry.
It was a community raspberry.
He said that they like to make food for adults, and the adults usually just eat a single bite to humor them.
Aww.
Zabadian says, hi there, how's it going?
It's going well.
Welcome in, Zabadian. We don't know if the raspberry was moldy. Oh, okay. But there were others in the package that were, right?
Well, that's
so even if you can't see it, though, it probably is moldy. If one of the other ones is moldy, it's just that it hasn't started flowering yet, fruiting.
Well, really? I mean, on a raspberries in a packet. I mean, each of the tiny little berry. What are they called? The little
framboid.
Is that what it is? It's a framboid? No.
Yeah.
The little tiny.
A fram.
That's a fram. Okay. So each one of those has their own integrity.
I suppose.
So even if some of them are moldy, right?
You
it would have to
pick out the individual ones that you can eat.
It would have to cross that membrane barrier on each of those little. I mean, as a mold.
Okay.
I don't know.
Zabadian says that looks amazing.
It's a radiolarian.
Yeah, snowman.
It is, but we're looking up the snowman skirt.
That's true.
Because they don't always land they almost always land on their side. What?
Moosey Fate said, this is why Diatoms attack can't talk to the common folk. Did you eat the framboid?
Of course. Always eat the framboid. All right. Let's see. I'm going to zoom in. Where do I want it to be focused really well? Here.
Apologies, people not used to the language. I talk to common folk all the time.
I is common folk.
What's that?
I is common folk.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'm not a professor. Mm-mm. It's true. I'm not an academic.
Betty wants to know, what is the smallest view field the SEM can reach?
Well, we can do that in just a second. I want to take a picture. Oh, we went in really close. We did. It
We
was
did.
like my first day here.
Yeah, we had a 230,000 times magnification. We
That
took a
was
picture
pretty
like that.
close.
It's just a little blurry.
It's a little blurry, but it wasn't bad.
He could probably fix it. If we sent it to Sam, he could probably put it into his Topaz lab and fix it up for us. Probably could come out at least tolerable. Studio's here, and she says,
Studio
morning SEM sesh with my plankton pals.
Good morning. Oh, I'm running out of time.
Yeah, morning's only going to go on for another 20 minutes or so.
It's true.
And Zavadi said, wow, that's quite the magnification. Yeah, we can zoom in pretty good.
Have the power.
Yeah. Moosey Fate says, if a blueberry is a framboid, new term to me. Oh, is a blueberry a framboid? No.
Mm-mm. Because
It has to be like a cluster of things that grow together.
Raspberries, blackberries.
Yeah.
Mulberries.
Yeah, well,
Mulberries? No.
well, berries don't grow from, each one grows on its own stem, I think.
Okay.
They have a little, like a little stem that goes to each one of the little globes.
Yeah.
I think.
I have to look it up. Oh, here, picture.
Dougie Dude says, does the SEM use any consumables?
Ah,
Yes.
it does.
So one consumable that it's using right now is nitrogen gas. So around the corner there's a nitrogen tank. And when when we start the SEM, we have to open a valve, and then because it's trying to keep the chamber evacuated, it's got to have a valve that's open. But when we vent, it pulls air in from the nitrogen tank so that it's not pulling air out of the room. And so we have to periodically replace the nitrogen tank. Did we do that on the first day you were here?
No, we did not replace the nitrogen tank. Or you may have replaced the nitrogen tank.
I think I did it the day before you came, or 2 days before you came, or
Because
something.
there's one in the corner.
Yeah.
That's the old one?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the tank's over there that's like empty, and then the
You
new
didn't
tank
steal
was.
it?
What?
You didn't steal it?
I didn't steal it.
No.
And then I tell them, hey, I've got an empty tank, and then they come and replace the empty tank with another one. But that is basically rented from the company. Like, you're not really paying for the air, you're paying to rent the tank, because nitrogen gas is pretty cheap. So, but renting the tank is what they want, because they want the tank back, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not super expensive. And then there's the gold target to sputter coat stuff, which is very expensive. Like about $1,000 for a target, but it lasts about a year. And so, well, at least in my lab it does. So, like, prorated over a year, that's not very expensive. That's like $3 a day. And then there's the filament, which we did have to replace. That we replaced while Pacific Plankton was here.
I watched.
And those cost about $60 a piece. And they last for about 300 to 400 hours. Sometimes they only last about 100 hours, but that's usually like a bad batch or something. Good ones usually last about 300 hours, or like I said, we've had them last as much as 400 on this machine, or close to it. And then the stubs and the tape and the what you call them? Pins, the pin mounts, are consumables. Yeah. So those are actually, when people use their Twitch money to sub to the channel or whatever, provide any money, I bought a whole batch of the stubs and the pins and the tape with that money, so that students could use them for projects, and also so Pacific Plankton could look at her stuff. And then we sometimes use some of that money also to buy consumable equipment for, like, the scintillation vials and whatever else that we might need. So there is some, besides just electricity. Yeah.
It's not solar powered.
Yeah, it's not solar powered. So
Get you a Tesla Powerwall with all that Twitch money.
Yeah, we could just use the nitrogen. I mean, we're not actually using the nitrogen. We don't need nitrogen. What we need is air. And we want the air to not be filled with pollen and hair and skin particles. And any other dust particles that might be around. And so when we open the chamber, we want it to actually be pumping in clean air. And so most of our air is nitrogen gas, 80% of our air is nitrogen gas already. It's not the nitrogen that we want. It's just that it's inert and it's clean. Yeah, so it's just like an air source. It's like spray can air, basically. Del Maximum, hello.
Del. Hey.
Welcome in, Del.
How are you? How you doing?
That's my Twitch money, yeah. So my Twitch money goes for buying supplies for the SEM, for people to do research. So like when Laura or Addie or Mallory or anybody uses the stubs to prep their samples, we buy that with Twitch money. So that's where your sub money goes. Not into my pockets, but into the lab. And then we were going to use some of the money to pay for one of the students to be in the SURE program this summer, but they opted not to be in it. So we ended up saving that money. But we were going to use some money for that as well.
I'm just trying to figure out what this clump is.
What's going on, Del? Are you at work, at home? It's morning, so you're probably just like getting started with your day.
Pineal area.
Where?
This one?
No. I don't think so.
No?
I think it's a navicula with the, it's just a dissolved navicula. Yep.
Oh yeah, look at the stripe.
Yeah, it looks like it could be because
Here.
there's nothing in between those. But in pinealaria, they would be like a little fine mesh covering those, and you wouldn't be able to see the intercosti or interstriate very well. Let's see. Del says he's working at home. He still got his wedding officiant speech finished.
Yes. Congrats on that.
You're officiating a wedding.
He is.
He's going to marry his friends in a couple of weeks. That'll be nice.
Marrying them to each other.
Right. He's already married. He doesn't need to marry each of his friends. That would be slightly weird.
Polyamory. All right. I don't know where to look.
Well,
I know.
Studio says, I have my friend visiting me from DC.
Yay.
She spends all day telling Supreme Court that they are wrong. All of them? Or just some of them?
Just some of them are always wrong.
Yeah. I feel like some of them are always wrong.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go back to 3.
Some of them flat out don't belong there.
Well, yeah.
In the sense that it's a frat party, maybe they do.
You know, there's no age requirement.
Why should they have one?
I just thought it was kind of interesting. Like,
Get some really young people in there and leave them on there for life.
It'd be slightly frightening. There should be a max age limit, though, maybe. Like
They
you
should
can,
have term limits.
Max out.
Well, I feel like if there's a maximum age for driving or whatever, there should probably be a maximum age for the Supreme Court. I mean,
Yeah.
if one of the Supreme Court members can't drive a car, I feel like they probably shouldn't also be in charge of the country.
Making the laws, or upholding the legality of the laws made by Congress.
Del said, is there though? I almost got nailed by a lady on the freeway and she must have been 90 years old. She looked like a crypt keeper.
Aww.
Del, I almost got nailed by a person just walking across the street here about an hour ago trying to get some donuts for us.
They were good donuts. I enjoyed mine.
Yeah?
It was very good. Thank you.
We don't mess around here when it comes to donuts. You put all the fat in it you could ask for, all the sugar. I couldn't find any savory ones. Although they did have like a nutty pecan maple apple donut that was like the kind that you had, the Long Johns or whatever. Don't have anything in them.
Mm.
Some states require retesting after a certain date or a certain age. Yeah, like I think in Ohio they have a like when you reach a certain age level, you have to constantly get retested. You can't just like turn in your driver's
Your
license
renewal
and
form.
get renewed.
Yeah. Look at that pile.
Sebastian says they haven't driven a car in over a decade.
Wow. It's a choice. It's a personal choice.
Sounds like it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, 85 in Ohio, something like that.
Yeah, my in-laws can't rent a car when they travel anymore, which makes traveling difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Spicule.
Yeah, sponge spicule. A mega square.
Ten minutes left.
Del says he believes that after age 65 there should be mandatory retesting. And 65 is too young. But enough of the population, that's a good time to start checking again.
Well,
Sebastian says they live in the Netherlands and they never needed a car, so they never bought one.
cool.
Well, that's nice.
It is. All
You
right.
don't need a car because you live in the cities, right? Or just people in Netherlands don't need cars in general.
Well, if there's good public transport, right?
There's almost never good public transport outside of a city, though. I guess you could take a bus.
Oh, it's a
Near the
different
city.
Protoparadinium. Look at that. It's the short, squat one.
Yeah.
And it has a more ornate pica. It's already pants down.
Came with its pants down already.
It's pants down to party.
Anna said that's a lot of round things in that sample. Why are we discussing cars? Well, I can't control what people in the chat talk about, Anna. You know, we're just rolling around in Pacific plankton samples again.
He'll get back to doing his science stuff. I'm leaving today. I have 10 minutes left.
Yeah, she's aware of her 10 minutes left before we're stopping the stream. And then she's gonna continue to use the SEM for a little bit longer, like
Maybe
3
a little
hours.
longer.
And then I've got work to do, so I can't. What are you trying to do?
This way.
Oh, I thought we were doing a new dance.
No, it's the rotation dance.
Oh,
So
are you trying to move it even farther?
Yeah, well, I was gonna take it to the corner.
Okay. Well, that's counterclockwise,
It is.
so the number has to go up.
It does. So like 350. No. Well, let's see.
Yeah, I would say maybe more like 335.
Let's try it. And I'm in the rotation field. So that's okay. And it spins. Yeah. Looks good. Now it's pants at an angle.
Yeah. But you have corner to corner because you can zoom in a little bit.
I can.
You can get a close-up on the pants down.
It's gonna slide sideways.
In the outskirts, you often need a car. In or near the city, it's not needed, yeah. Push it to the limits. Walk along the razor's edge.
All right, let's see how close can we go. It's kind of close.
I don't think that's the limit, though.
I don't think it's the limit either.
I mean, you're only at like 18,000 times.
Where does it say that?
Right there. Magnification.
Oh, got it.
You've been going this whole time not knowing that?
I didn't know that's where it said.
Mhm.
I was looking
You
down.
know, you can actually go in there and just type a number and it'll put it at that magnification too.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
You just put some crazy number in there, like Googleplex, just hit the fall asleep on the 0 button.
Fall asleep
And then
on the
we
0.
wake up and Ant-Man will be there. We'll be between the particles of the atoms.
It'll be burning a hole in the particles between the atoms.
Probably. Oh, enter.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Some very diatom looking holes on that.
I know, isn't that neat? Now it's well focused. All right. They have beautiful ornamentation, some of them. This one's deflated a little.
Yeah. Orange Boy says, good day to you all.
Good day.
And Del Maxim says, question, could you do anything destructive with the beam? Like turn it up real high or something? You can't.
You can probably do like burn things.
Very slowly, you could write your name in there, supposedly. I mean, it might take a week, but you could probably write your name in there.
I think if the sample is slightly more wet, it would go faster.
We might run out of nitrogen gas before you get all the way through it.
Specific plankton on the edge of a...
Just writing it.
So it would probably write better on a dinoflagellate than on a diatom.
Yeah.
It would go
I don't
faster.
think it would take you a long time to write it on a diatom.
Because of the silica.
Yeah.
Oh, it's done. Mama Bonbon would be proud ending with a protoparadinium.
Yeah? Pants down.
Pants to the side.
You know what we could do?
What can we do?
We can rate Spider ID. Never been able to rate Spider ID.
Now we can. Look at that.
Yeah. Pants to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pants to the left of me, pants to the right. Just watching it. It's cool. Okay.
Just hanging out, watching
Just
it develop.
watching it. I know.
Isn't this what you do when you're actually in the channel, though, is just sit and watch it develop?
No, because usually I feel like I need to be moderating and like watching the chat and
Oh, okay.
interacting. I mean, I do
Controlling
watch
all
it.
these rowdy people I have in my channel,
Well, there's
smacking them with the sword.
Slightly less rowdy people when it's you streaming, maybe. They're not asking you questions about...
Writing a name on a grain of rice and then putting it in a vial on a necklace.
Yeah, no, I've seen those. They do that with a microscope.
On a grain of rice?
Mm-hmm. You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh. I think there's a little tiny vial and there's like a single grain of rice in it, and then it has something written on it. You can choose what you want written on it.
That's a market. That's
It
like
is.
naming stars after people right there. It's
Like
a bit of a
naming
racket.
A grain of rice.
Yeah. Somebody's out there with a tiny laser cutting names into rice.
I don't think it was a laser. I think it was like a tiny little pen. I don't know. Honestly.
Like an ink pen?
I mean, grains of rice are small, but they're not that small.
There's a nib that you can get that's like rice grain?
Triple aught.
Yeah. That's some serious micro on that micro pen.
I don't know.
Studio says I need to get in with the SEM at the University of Washington.
You do. You definitely do. Then you'd be closer to me.
You can get single hair brushes. I guess it could be painted on.
Nah.
Sarah says we should put diatoms in a vial and a necklace.
As long as they don't get stinky, right? If they're processed well.
Right.
You can do that. You can just take some diatomite from the hardware store. Put this, except it'll look like there's a little bit of white powder in your
Right.
necklace, and it might not be.
No problem, officer. This white powder in my necklace in a vial?
It's
That's
diatomite.
diatoms. There's nothing to see here.
They're little love diatoms.
Let me
They'll
get out
last
my
forever.
Let me get out my fold scope and show you.
All right.
Mix a little demon blood in the vial. It's a good point. Then they would be black or gray.
That would be better. How?
Then you wouldn't get it. They wouldn't think it was cocaine. I think
No,
is
they
what
would
I'm
think
saying.
it was something else.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
There are other substances out there of various colors.
I suppose that's true. Well, was that it? We're gonna raid somebody and end the stream now.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Let's see. Speed. 5.
Dye them blue. Yeah, you could put it. I think no matter what color you make it, there's gonna be some question about why you're wearing a vial around your neck. Just put something red in there. Put some of your own blood in there, and then they'll never see it, and you'll be like, "Oh, it's just my blood." I keep it in a vial in case I get thirsty.
So at Renaissance Fair, they used to sell little necklaces that you would have like perfumes and oils in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're doing it?
We're doing it. We're rating.
Aha.
Did
We're
you say
gonna raid
thank you?
Spider ID. I haven't said anything yet. You can feel
No
free
thank yous?
to give them thank yous. It's just a few million years old dust, officer. Exactly.
It's ancient dust.
It's just some dust.
It's just stardust.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out.
Yeah.
And this is fun. We did a morning stream so that we could get it in before I had to start doing work and before Pacific Plankton flew back to her home.
A little bittersweet.
Yeah.
Last stream.
Yeah.
Hey, Maui
Bring Me
Sour.
Rocks just gave a gift sub to Duck 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 Duck
Aww.
Goose. There you go. Thank you for the subscription. You squeezed it in the September
Yeah.
subscriptions.
Indeed. So when's your next stream?
I don't know. I guess like normally it would probably be Saturday. Might be Saturday, we'll see. Maybe I'm just gonna take a break. We fit in a lot this week.
We
so
did. We did.
Might not be till next Wednesday.
Okay.
Or I might do some from home because I still have the some of the samples that we collected from the leaf and the bark
Mm-hmm.
that have some organisms in them, and if those
Ooh.
are still living, I might do something from home
Oh,
from the light
nice.
microscope.
Yeah.
So thank you for the subscription too. All right, later.
Bye.
There we go. You can stop that.
Call me.